Good afternoon, Wendy. How are you?
Hi, Steve. I'm doing well, thank you.
Awesome. I am so glad you could be here at the PodBrother Nation live stream studio. How you
I'm very
feeling?
happy to be here too. Thank you for
Well,
inviting me.
yeah, I've been wanting to get you here for a long time,
Thank you. Well,
and
I'm glad I made it.
I'm glad you made it too. Let me get comfortable here. My chair is a little squeaky today. So we're going to talk about a couple things. We're going to talk about you and what you're doing with your Women Over 50 blog, which has a huge following, over 200,000 people. And I want to talk to you a little bit about Fashion Week in El Paseo, what you got out of that. And then we did a very lovely photo shoot of you for your bloggers in the
Yep.
Luxmary handbag, designer handbag store in Burbank. So I want to talk about that a little bit as well.
Okay. Yeah,
So
that was fun.
I know your fans are going to know like how you doing. So let's go right into Wendy. How's Wendy today? What's
I'm
up with
sorry,
Wendy?
what?
How is Wendy today?
Oh, how am I? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I'm a little hot under these lights, but other than that, I'm doing great. Yeah.
That's because
Thank
you're a
you.
hot woman in your
Thanks.
purple. You look fabulous in purple, by the
Oh,
way.
thank you. It's one of my favorite colors. Thank you.
You look fabulous in all the colors I've seen you in. We did a photo shoot
Oh,
and
gosh, I'm coming back more often.
we we flipped you in a few colors and you look great in all of them.
Well, you've had the opportunity to see me in Palm Springs with Fashion Week
Yeah.
in El Paseo, and then we did the shoot in Burbank, and now today. So, and you've done some great photo shoots for me too. So, thank you. I appreciate that.
Pod
And you're a
Brothers in
great
the house.
photographer too, I might add.
Well, thank you very much. I aim to please. Speaking of Fashion Week in El Paseo, you were like all over the place getting a bunch of cool shots and networking. What did you actually get out of that, and how did your bloggers respond to you actually being boots on the ground, or I should say, heels on the ground at El Paseo Fashion Week?
Yeah, well, El Paseo, as people might know, it's a more of a retirement community, and so you have a lot of women who are over 50 there, and a lot of women that are retired with some money, and they really do care about the way they look, and so it's a phenomenal place to take pictures of women who are still taking care of themselves, and then to share those photos of those women with my readers, who then get lots of inspiration from those women. And I get lots of great feedback about how these women dress, because a lot of women over 50 who don't live in these retirement communities, who may live out in a suburb somewhere, they tend to think that they have to kind of retire their youthful look or retire certain ways of dressing that they used to dress, when in fact you don't. So it's very inspirational for the women.
Well, it was inspiring to see you work the Fashion Week. It was a lot of fun. You were doing
Oh,
your thing, Wendy.
well, thank you. Yeah, well, I enjoy meeting people and talking to women and sharing with them what I do, because I think all women over 50 can relate to the fact that retailers and advertisers and designers basically ignore us. And so I even go to New York and do Fashion Week there. And, you have to be careful who you ask if you're over 50 or not. But I have my ways of doing it discreetly, so I try not to offend anyone. But anytime I ask anyone, even over 30, to get their photo, they're so excited, because all of the photographers are there to get the young bloggers who are dressed in, the oddest costumes, and, just you see everything under the sun. And it's a lot of weirdo, for my generation, it's not about style. It's more about like looking.
Attention,
Yeah.
shock attention.
Okay, that's a great way to put it.
Yeah,
Shock attention. Absolutely, yes, yes. And
yeah.
it seems like those are the girls that do get a lot of attention, and the photographers want them. And it's also about the girls who carry Gucci and Louis Vuitton and all of the designers. So I don't know where those girls get the money to buy all those, but I'm sure the bigger bloggers get sent those for free. Like, I don't know if Leandra Medine. There's certain younger bloggers who get sent a lot of stuff, and they're so lucky because don't get stuff from the real designers.
Well, we're going to have real designers send you real stuff, and we're going to get your bloggers behind pushing and writing letters and emails to get you some really cool stuff.
Thank you.
We're going to get you stocked with high fashion designer clothes and stuff, Wendy.
Thank you.
That's our goal. That's the PodBrother and your blogger fans' goal, is to get you hooked up with like all the top designers.
Thank you. And it's not just that I want to be wearing them, it's that I want the designers to take notice of us as over 50 women, because we are baby boomers. We're, we have like the third highest economy in the world as baby boomers. And why they are ignoring us is just a quandary to all women over 50, but they are.
Well, you're doing your thing to make that all change, which is
I'm trying.
Very,
I
cool.
started doing this about 4 or 5 years ago, and when I first started, I couldn't find any older women really, or any women over 50, I should say, in magazines. I would stay up until 2 or 3 in the morning, and I would go surfing the internet and the web in other countries, in this country, to even find any women over 50 in a magazine or an ad. And in the last 4 years, it's really changed a lot. There's a few bloggers that are really kind of almost famous. One woman in particular whose style I love. And she's actually moving into the designers are actually taking notice of her. She's edgy though. She's not your everyday woman.
Mm-hmm.
Her name is Lynn Slater, and she's always very monochromatic and black, which, not all women over 50 want to do that.
Right. Well, we're going to come back and we're going to talk about some more stuff. Real quickly, we did a fashion shoot, like a photo shoot, I should say, with you in fashion in the Lux Mary handbag store in Burbank. What'd you think about Mary's store?
Oh, wow. I think what she's doing is phenomenal. She is providing designer handbags that I believe are used or gently used. They import them in from other countries where so they get them at a much more reasonable cost, and they are able to provide designer goods to people who can't afford to go out and buy the new thing, the latest things that are $3,000 or $4,000. And there are people really who do treasure Chanel, Dior, and yet, they just can't afford it. So Mary's handbag in Burbank is just a great place to go to find, some really, really beautiful things at prices that women can afford.
Awesome. Well, we're going to be right back after a few minutes. So be sure to check out Lux Mary Handbags in Burbank, 3438 Magnolia, West Magnolia in Burbank, California, I believe is the address. I'm the PodBrother. I'm here with Wendy from Fashion Over 50, and we will be right back because that's how we get down.